Hi everybody, this is Work and Roller channel again, and it's time to make a sketch for my future project with one of my Ibanezes. Why I am saying one? Because I don't know for this time, when I'm filming this video, I don't know which one I want to paint more. I make the two photos of these guitars, I will make a sketch and I choose the perfect one later in the process. Yeah, you are right, this is the 6 and the 7 string guitars, they are different, but in the Ibanez Rg, they are standing there on the guitar stand. The bodies of these guitars are identical, so I can make a sketch for the 7, 6 string and later I can change them, whatever I want, whatever I choose, and it will fit perfectly. Let's go! And the main part here is looking for the inspiration and watching the references. Stick with me and let's go through this process together. At first, let's find some inspiration in the Pinterest. I got here some recommendations from the system. I think we'll find the perfect sketch for the guitar. Just joking. Here we got some alien ships, but I did it in the previous project. You can check it by the link in the right corner. I want to mention that I like the comic sketches, the manga Japanese sketches, something with cool graphics, with cool colors, with harsh light, with strong shadows, with strong lines. And here I want to save some cool pictures just to inspire me, and maybe I want to choose some themes. I like the vintage robots very much and I want to draw something like this. Robots from the 50s, from the 60s, with big headlights, robots that draw like invaders who want to destroy the humanity. Or maybe I want to draw something connected with the old vintage games. It can be a robot in this style too. And I remembered that I have sketches on the paper. I drew these sketches some time ago. These sketches are colorful, the sketches have different themes. I want to mention this insect, it's very cool, and also I want to choose this vintage arcade machine. This is also a cool theme for the sketch. It's cool, but I think that I haven't so much space on the guitar, because guitar is very busy with different stuff, with potentiometers, with pickups and tremolo machine. But this is a good sketch for the future, maybe for the guitar with one pickup. I remembered that I have one unfinished sketch. I drew it only by pencil and I leave it like that. I took my sketchbook and I found it, and it's a robot. This is a vintage robot. It's inspired by game bosses from the vintage video games, and I think that it matches perfectly for my Ibanez guitars. We can connect these cool industries, guitar, music and with video games, to illustrate one time in the man's history in the pop culture. Now I have a couple ideas in here and let's put them there. But at first I need to make some photos of the guitars. These photos will be not so pretty, they just will be perfect for the illustration. This will be technical photos. I need to do them the proper way. We need a camera that looks down to the guitar body and that perfectly horizontal. That's why we have this cross in the camera up. You need to place the camera perfectly parallel to your object. Of course, you need to clean your camera at first. Other cool camera angles doesn't fit here. You need to do it technical and simple. Also, I will make one photo of my sketch to transfer it to my computer and to the Photoshop. So now everything is ready. I've got the main design here, main sketch. I want to match this picture to the guitar parameters, because this picture is bigger and larger and longer, and I want to cut some parts from it and reassemble it in one piece. It's like big factory production of robots. You make the head, you make the legs, you make the main mechanism, and later you put it together like big piece, like Frankenstein. I will do something like this, but on this guitar, and it's only picture. But I think it's cool and it's proper way to make a robot even in the picture. And also it's very important on the first steps to see the whole picture and to see it with all the electronics and all this stuff that guitar has, with the tremolo machine, with the pickups and with knobs of the potentiometers. Maybe it will look overcooked, oversaturated and overcomplicated. The main part here is the cut some parts of the robot and redo, remake, maybe to make something bigger, to zoom something, and maybe to change the perspective of the picture. I also decided to show that this robot appears from some black hole, maybe in the universe, maybe in the space, or maybe it's just a portal, some kind of portal. One leg will be in this portal, and the whole body just appeared, ready to go. I think it's time to try to match this sketch to another guitar, to my main guitar that I wanted to paint at first. Bodies are identical, but we have some differences and some problems for the painting. Because this is a 7-string body, it has more space here, but we have bigger roundings for the pickups and for the Floyd Rose, because this is a 7-string and not a 6. But we have no pickguard and we have more meat in the central part. For the 6-string we have much smaller tremolo system and much smaller pickups. We have bigger space here, but we have the pickguard. It also can be a problem, because if we have the big picture like I want to draw, we have to paint part on the pickguard and part on the body. Maybe this time it will be a problem here. I should to make so much more small pieces in one puzzle here. Let's continue with the 7-string, with the Prestige, and I think we got the winner. In the time of my playing, you could see that I just want to make the different pose, and I cleared the head of the robot, I cut it out once again and I make it bigger and I put it under the other angle, just to make the pose more aggressive, to make this robot look more aggressive and like he has the look that he hunts somebody. He watch somebody with his projector eyes, like in the Judas Priest song Electric Eye. That robot wants to reach somebody with his big hand or maybe smash somebody with his big foot. I also like the comics book sketches, these pictures of the heroes, of some monsters in the perspective. So it's another challenge for me in this in this designing of this guitar, in this project, because the previous projects, you can watch the process of making them on this channel. They was like in 2D dimension. They were just a little bit flat, and I always loved these pictures when you even see not the whole character, just some parts of the body or of the mechanism, but you understand that it comes to you, to your face from the deep. It's like illusion of the movement. and I want to try it because I'm not the professional artist. I'm not skilled enough to paint it perfectly, but I want to try it in this project, and this is my challenge, and I challenge myself a little bit to make it cooler, for me, to make the better project for itself. I wanted to experiment, and I just delete his leg, his big leg that want to smash somebody, and I wanted to try to put the main hero here, main character that want to survive, that want to resist, that want to save the planet, the humanity, the universe, I don't know, that want to resist the robot. We got the hero and the anti-hero. It's very cool in one picture that I want to show not only just a shell, just a body, just an impression, but I want to show the conflict. I want to show the story in one picture. But I don't know exactly. Maybe I will save it for the final piece, but I don't know exactly if I want to leave it or I just want to try it. I will draw the character in the space uniform, and we see on the back, only back, and the pose that he or she, it can be male character or female character. From women is very cool. So it can be multi-gender character. I put the leg back, the leg of the robot, and I want to draw some new character, maybe dead character, or maybe just injured by this leg. This is another story. In previous story we have the hero and anti-hero in the same conditions, and here we have the story that robot wins, that he just smashes this astronaut by his huge enormous leg, and astronaut just maybe injured, maybe he's dead, or she, of course, and we see that the cosmic costume is completely smashed and destroyed too. I think it's cool, but when I start to change the colors of the picture, it's became more and more oversaturated and overcooked, and I thought that maybe I will leave on the robot here, because this overcooking is not so cool. You trying to put new stuff here in the Photoshop, in the computer, but when you actually draw everything on this guitar and everything it's fine, but later you see that it's not work, it's a little bit sad, because it's enormous amount of work, amount of time. I want to grow this channel, I want to make more projects, I want to bring some attention to my person and to my projects, and I want to make them more and more guitars, maybe for the commission, maybe for some challenges, for some brands, and I want to make the perfect sketches for the guitars even in this period of time, because I want to make some traffic to this channel. And if you still watching this, please subscribe to this channel, please watch the other videos, please share this content with your friends, maybe on some forums or maybe on some chats. Just let's make it together. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. Here I'm making the other part, the color. It's the main theme of the whole picture, because colors should work together, and I think that yellow doesn't work here. Every time when I paint by markers, I make the strong black contours, and now I see that strong contours doesn't work here, so I must do something else in this project. That's why it's a challenge for me too. Here is another part, and colors matching is better. I leave the yellow color only in his eyes, and everything will be matched with the color of the guitar. Challenge for me in this project to make this volume, to make this object pop from the 2D dimension. I need to paint this maybe with paints and with brushes. This is new for me, because I paint with brushes only on my project with the denim. You can watch it by the link in the right corner and the description. Maybe I will not use the paints here because this is very complicated, and I will use the new type of the markers. This will be the alcohol markers, and this is another challenge because they work differently. They have some specific features and sometimes they don't work good with Posca markers because this is two different types of the pigment. And this is another challenge too. So to make this project happen, I need to go through a couple of challenges. But it will be cool because when you have new challenge, you grow, your skill growing, you grow like a person, like the artist. The challenge is very good for your growing. So let's do this. I will not give up and I will experiment. So I decided to make the final look with a lot of lines, with a lot of hard lines, and I want to combine this technique with the color. The strong dark lines will create the volume and the color will finalize it. As you see, I also tried to write the name of this project. I called it Robot Death and I think it's cool, like maybe name of this character, or maybe it's his battle scream, like when he appears, it's Robot Death. You see it for the first time, maybe in the game, maybe in the picture, you always understand that it's not the toy for the children, it's robot and it brings death. But I think that this text is a little bit poor and it looks not so well and I need to delete it. I leave only the robot and maybe I will draw some text, but in the other style next time. So for this time, this is all I've got for you. Maybe I will bring back the main hero here under his leg, or maybe without this leg, and maybe I will make the cool text Robot Death, but in the different style. Let's see in the second part of this video, when I will prepare this guitar, when I will make the physical things in the real world, with the real paints, not on the computer, but on the guitar itself. Stay tuned, please subscribe, please leave the comment, it's very important for me. Bye!